Yun, so hello again guys, no? Pasensya na at medyo nagkaroon ng part 1 and 2 yung video natin ngayon, ano? Kasi kanina hindi na kinaya ng device natin na ginagamit nating pang-record yung space kumbaga ng video natin kasi medyo nga napatagal. So kailangan ko pang i-edit, i-export and then i-upload, no? Para magkaroon ng free space kumbaga, no? So ngayon guys, na ipagpapatuloy natin yung discussion natin with regards doon sa mga tanong no, na binato sa atin doon sa discussion natin on Republic Act 11131. Ano? So nag-end tayo doon sa tanong ni Miss Raiza Lopez. No? Ngayon guys, tuloy natin. No? We have here a question coming from Miss Jonafe Ginao. No? Ang tanong niya is... Sir, ano yung refresher course? Need more explanation. Okay, so basically, the refresher course, guys, ito yung kukunin ng isang applicant for board examination. Ano? Kapag ikaw ay mag-apply no, para makapag-exam ng board examination, ng licensure examination, specifically ng criminology, no? Ito yung course na kung saan it is required para sa mga examinees na kung saan nakapag-take na sila ng 5 times pero bumagsak sila, no? So pag bumagsak sila, no, sa board examination ng 5 times, no, they will be required to undergo a certain refresher course, no? So sabi ko nga, wala pa tayong masyadong impormasyon under refresher course, ano, kasi siguro kakailanganin lang yung certificate na ito, yung refresher course na to in the coming years pa. So basically 2022, yan yung first, no, na kung saan magtutok effect yung mga provisions of the Republic Act 11131. So kung magtook effect yan ng 2022, in case halimbawa nag-take na siya, bumagsak siya on the first time, no, that would be on ano yan, December na yon, December ng 2022, no? So nag-fail siya ng December 2022, may second chance siya ulit for 2023 mga June, no? Nag-fail na naman siya ng June, so pangalawang fail niya na yon, then meron siya ulit chance to take the board examination in December 2023. Kung bumagsak siya ulit, no, third time na niya na yon, no? Then, meron siya ulit chance ng, fourth chance niya ng 2024, ng June 2024. And kapag bumagsak ulit, last chance niya ng December 2024. So, pagkatapos nito, dito pa lang tayo magkakaroon ng need for refresher course, ano? Kasi naka 5 board examination na, nakapag-conduct na ng 5 board examination. So after that, diyan na talaga kailangang i-work out, or before that, diyan na kailangan talagang i-work out as early as 2024 yung certain guidelines with regards to refresher course. Ang naririnig-rinig ko pa lang is with regards to the application kasi hindi lahat, no, ng school ay maaaring mag-offer ng tinatawag nating refresher course, no? Kailangan muna nilang kumuha ng permiso sa CHED, so may pagdadaanan pa silang screening and guidelines and so on na kailangan nila kumbagang ipasa before they can offer a program, no, intended to provide a refresher to offer a refresher course for criminology, you know. So with this, itong mga institution nito that will be permitted by the CHED to conduct or to offer refresher course are the only institution na allowed na mag-offer ng ganito. So it's not necessarily that, for example, you are a graduate of IFSU, no, that you need to take your refresher course in IFSU kapag bumagsak ka ng 5 times, no. You can enroll in any other schools, no, that are allowed to offer such thing. I think siguro nakikita ko it will not take a year naman. Siguro yes, pwedeng it is a course that is ang duration niya could probably 1 year or just a semester, no? So pwedeng 1 year duration siya, depende kung ano-ano yung mga subject na to kasi it's not yet decided, no? Kung ano yung mga course na dapat i-offer doon sa refresher course, but of course we are expecting or speculating that under the refresher course ang mga i-offer dito ay mga professional subject, yung mga major subject kumbaga ng criminology, na kung saan kailangan talaga nilang ma-refresh onto this area para nang sa ganun they will have a higher chance to pass the board examination. No? So, first is, sabi nga natin, they need to have a permit coming from the CHED to offer a refresher course. No? I am speculating that the duration of the refresher course will only be at least siguro 1 year or hindi naman kaya is 6 months only. Like parang review lang din siya pero iba yung pagkaka-construct niya. No? Kasi kailangan may certificate silang i-issue, no? At kailangan they will enroll at a certain institution that are permitted to offer such refresher course. No? So, yun lang ang pwede kong sabihin actually. No? We cannot talk about the tuition, the payment, and so on. No? The subjects and so on kasi talagang blanco pa. No? I think as I was looking at the ARR ng Republic Act 11131, there's no mention of the procedures onto this specifically. I think siguro pwede silang, or they're trying to formulate a separate guidelines with regards to the offering of refresher course program, which will soon, malalaman din natin yan at idadagdag natin yan sa discussion natin pagdating ng araw. So, yan lang masasabi natin with regards to refresher course muna as of now. Kasi sabi ko nga, hindi pa tayo masyadong aware with regards to the guidelines or with regards to the relevant information to this matter. Okay, as of this point. Okay. Next na question is coming from Mark Joseph D. Dacumos. Sabi niya, question sir, ilang beses po ba pwedeng i-take ang licensure examination? Sir, what if graduate po ako ng criminology and di po ako nakapasa ng licensure examination? Sir, makakapasok pa din po ba kami bilang isang pulis? Okay, so let's talk about the first question. Although na-discuss na natin to, paulit-ulit natin sinabi that you have 5 chances to pass the board examination. Then if you failed 5 times cumulative or successively, you need or you are required to undergo refresher course. And after that, mayroon ka ulit 5 times. Okay? So basically, unlimited, as long as you will need to comply with the requirements kapag nag-failed ka na ng 5 times. Okay? So second question naman, you are a graduate of BS Criminology yet hindi ka nakapasa sa licensure examination. Okay, so what you need to do if talagang gusto mo pa rin pumasok sa pagpupulis is you can take other examinations na magbibigay sa iyo ng eligibility. Okay? Ano-ano yung mga yun? So you can take the NAPOLCOM examination, Kung kung maipapasa mo ang NAPOLCOM examination, that is already one eligibility, At pwede mo nang gamitin yan to apply, sa PNP. And not only in the PNP, pwede rin doon sa other tri-bureaus, okay? So, other than that, we have the civil service examination also, which is equivalent din yan ng board examination. Kapag ikaw ay nakapasa sa civil service, pwede mo rin gamitin yan as an eligibility para makapasok ka sa pagpupulis. Okay? So, yun yung mga pwede mong remedy para nang sa ganun ay matupad mo ang hangarin mo, matupad mo ang pangarap mo makapasok sa pagpupulis. Just in case that talagang medyo nahihirapan ka doon sa board examination for criminologists, meron namang other way para nang sa ganun ay makakuha ka pa rin ng tinatawag nating eligibility. Okay? Next question. Ito na yung last 5 na, hindi pa. Medyo, meron pa tayong 9 questions. Okay? Yan. So, question here, by Miss Sarah Kate Lumawig, can a candidate who failed once in the criminology licensure examination retake? Yes. What is the required general average and rating in every subject in the criminology licensure examination of Republic Act 6506? Okay, so as I've stated, we are no longer on the Republic Act 6506. We are already on the Republic Act 11131 since it was repealed already. So under Republic Act 11131, the passing rate, the required general average and rating in every subject is not less than 60%. Okay? Not less than 60% in every division for you to pass. But, hindi ibig sabihin nito na kapag nakakuha ka ng 60% na rating in every division, ay you are going to pass. That's not the case. Kasi remember, that ang required general weighted average pa rin in all divisions should be at least 75% and above. No? So kung 60, 60, 60 lahat ng rating mo in every division, what would you expect? No? Ano yung magiging general weighted average mo? Bagsak ka pa rin. No? So at least, no, wala ka dapat bababa, no, sa 60% rating in all divisions. Then kapag kinompute ang iyong rating, no, in total, no, the general weighted average should at least, no, be 75% and above. No? So ganun yung required for you to pass the licensure examination for criminologists. Okay? Then next we have here, sir, question by Miss Roxanne Puditan. No? So, question by Miss Roxanne Puditan. Sabi niya dito, sir, ask ko lang po yung kung sa grade, paano kung may bagsak, I think this is no longer connected to Republic Act 11131, but siguro this is connected na doon sa kanilang subject. No? So, you may ask Sir CM with regards to that. Okay. Yan, next tayo. Question by Annie Claire B. Ayangan. No? Sabi niya dito, question, pwede po bang mag-retake kapag nag-fail? Tapos hanggang ilan po pwede? Okay, so we answered that already. Ano? Question by Miss Navelian B. Gawangna. No? Sir, tanong ko lang po, paano po yung mga hindi kumuha ng BS Criminology na course o galing sa ibang course na nag-take ng board examination at sila ay pumasa? May training po ba silang haharapin para makapantay sa mga BS Crim graduates? O may chances po ba na ang mga hindi BS Crim graduate ay papantay sa mga BS Crim graduate pag pumasa? Okay. So, direct to the point, no? If you are going to look into the requirement of taking the board examination, nakasaad doon, especially sa criminology, that you must be a BS Criminology graduate. So, to clarify it, no, hindi pwedeng mag-take ng licensure examination for criminologists ang isang estudyante na hindi naman BS Criminology graduate. Okay? So, hindi pwede. Kapag ikaw ay graduate ng BS Nursing, hindi ka pwedeng mag-take ng licensure examination for criminologists. No? Ang pwede mong i-take is licensure examination for nursing. Okay? So, there's no way, no, na ang isang non-criminology graduate can take the licensure examination for criminologists. Okay? So, to make that clear, no, I think if that's the point, no, na kung saan is pwede bang mag-take ng course yung mga hindi naman BS Criminology graduate ng licensure examination for criminologists, hindi po pwede, no? Kahit ano pang kurso yan, kahit Bachelor of Laws pa yan, no? Kahit tapos siya ng Bachelor of Laws at gusto niya mag-take ng licensure examination for criminologists para kumbaga testingin lang kung kayang-kaya niya, ay hindi po pwede yun. Kasi under the requirement ay dapat ikaw ay mag-aral muna ng Bachelor of Science in Criminology at makapagtapos sa isang recognized na institution bago ka makapag-take ng licensure examination for criminologists. Okay? Next tayo, sir, ano po yung benefits ng Republic Act 11131? Actually guys, no, I think nabanggit ko naman doon sa previous discussion natin, no, the different benefit of the Republic Act 11131. Actually, napakaganda, ang dami niya, no? So, kung titignan natin dito, under the law, no, Article 5, no, of the Republic Act 11131, Privileges of Registered Criminologists, which talks about the different benefits, no? So, marami silang benefits na makukuha. Like, for example, all registered criminologists shall be exempt from taking any other entrance examination or qualifying government examination or civil service examination. And they shall be considered as civil service eligible to the following government position. Kasali na dyan yung mga forensic work, like for example, dactylographer, ballistician, and the like. No? So, makikita mo yung benefits na yan or privileges na yan under Section 34 of the Republic Act 11131. Other benefits, no? Preference of appointment in government, criminal justice, and other government institution. So if you are trying, if you want to apply on the Tri-Bureau or any other government criminal justice related professions, no, you will be considered as the priority, no, or preference for appointment. Meaning, kapag ikaw ay nag-a-apply ng PNP, ano, at nagkataon na meron kang mga kasabay na graduate ng licensed teacher, licensed nurses, no, licensed other professions, no, among the choices, you will be considered as the priority, no? So isa yan sa napakagandang benefit under this law, no? Kasi before, as I've stated, during the Republic Act 6506, no, though it has certain provisions with regards to that, it's not really being followed, no? Ang mas pina-priority nilang tanggapin doon sa PNP, sa different tri-bureaus, are those graduates coming from other professions like teachers, no, nurses, and the like, no? Nagiging least priority na nga yung mga graduate ng BS Criminology during that time, and which is really disappointing kasi the profession, BS Criminology, focuses actually on those matters, on the topics relevant to the profession, criminal justice, and so on. Pero sila yung nagiging least priority pagdating na sa appointment. So, the Republic Act 11131 made it clear that among the privileges that the registered criminology should receive or the preference of appointment, ano? Kumbaga, mas priority na ngayon ang mga criminology graduate or criminologist pagdating sa hiring, no, ng mga trabaho related to criminal justice. Okay? Another is lateral entry, no? Lateral entry talks about yung halimbawa you are appointed as PO1. Essentially, I'm still using the old term, old ranking system, ano? You are appointed as the PO1, then after such time you can apply for lateral entry if you're a registered criminologist, and you can jump through ranks, no? Pwede mong lampasan yung PO2, PO3 as PO1 to 4, no? Pwede kang tumalon hanggang sa inspector, no? That is one of the benefit of becoming, no, registered criminologist, no? Kasi since you mastered already the concept of the study of criminal justice, then you are expected to know more about this profession. So you are one of the individuals who are really qualified to jump through ranks and so on. So marami pang pwede, no? Like for example, lawyers, no, doctors, and so on, chaplain. So sila yung mga pwede, no? And kasali na rin of course ang registered criminologist. So isa pa yun, no, sa mga privileges that criminologists are expected to receive, no, whenever this law is already in full effectivity, no? So marami pa, no, under that, pero yun lang yung pinaka major benefit kumbaga na sinasite ng Republic Act 11131 regarding the benefit of registered criminologists. Okay? So that's the question asked by Mr. Lester T. Liwan. Next question tayo, no, by Miss Maureen Kate Ehikan Gorenzo. Sir, ask ko lang po kung magte-take ng board examination dapat po ba single or kahit married na. Okay, so there's no issues with regards to civil status, no? Wala tayong issues with regards to civil status, no? Sa pagte-take ng board examination, as long as you are qualified, no? Siguro tignan natin yung listed requirements, no, under Republic Act 11131 kung sino ang pwedeng mag-take, no, ng licensure examination for criminologists. Okay, so under Article 3, under Article 3 of the Republic Act 11131, Section 14, nakalista dito yung qualification of an applicant for the licensure examination. No? Excuse. First qualification is that he must be a citizen of the Philippines, or pwede rin a foreign citizen whose country state has reciprocity with the Philippines in the practice of criminology. Siguro matatalakay natin yan later on. So yan, dapat ikaw ay Filipino-born, no? You are a citizen of the Philippines. Or kung ikaw naman ay foreigner, ay dapat meron tayong tinatawag na reciprocity when it comes to the practice. Second qualification is he must have a good moral character, good reputation, and of sound mind and body, certified by the school where he graduated and the barangay where he or she lives. No, unless the examinee is a foreign national, a certification from any professional of good standing will do. Okay, so basically ito yung mga good moral character na kailangang ma-provide mo. I mean, mga clearances. No? Like for example, you need to have a clearance, no? GMRC coming from the school, no? Coming from the dean specifically. Then we have barangay clearance and other clearances to show that you are really a person of a good moral character, na wala kang mga issues doon sa iyong barangay and to your school that would disqualify you to take the board examination. So yun, isa pa yun, no? And third qualification is that he must be a holder of a bachelor's degree in criminology, no? Duly accredited by the CHED and conferred by a school, college, university, duly authorized by the government. So, excuse. So in short, no, dapat ikaw ay graduate ng BS Criminology, no, bago ka makapag-take ng licensure examination for criminologists. Another classification is that you must have not been convicted of an offense involving moral turpitude by a court, no, of competent jurisdiction. So dapat you don't have any pending cases involving cases of moral turpitude. And lastly, ito yung pinaka-new qualification, no? Those who failed 5 times, no, whether consecutive or cumulatively, in the criminology licensure examination must present a certification issued by a reputable institution duly recognized by the CHED that such applicant has satisfactorily completed the refresher course in criminology. So yun yung isa sa pinag-usapan natin kanina pa, no, the refresher course. Okay? So none of those, no, mention that you must be a single or married, no, to take the board examination, or that that you should be at a specific age bracket before you can take. No? So wala yun sa mga qualification. Doon sa mga binanggit natin, yun lamang yung qualification na nakalagay, no, para ikaw ay makapag-take ng board examination. If you are compliant to all the requirements, then you are allowed to take the licensure examination for criminologists. No? So it doesn't matter whether you're single or married. Okay? Next question coming from Jolivin Aliaga. No? Sabi niya dito, Sir, paano kung na-fail ka ng 5 times, wala na po bang chance na ulitin mag-take ulit? Di ko gets kasing, okay. So, we already had a lot of discussion with regards to that. I do hope na medyo nalinawan na si Mr. Aliaga with regards to the question that he is asking. Okay, so next question from Grilly May Gumunot, no? Good day, sir. I just want to ask regarding the scope and limitation of being criminologist. If I pass the board examination, naging registered criminologist po ako, and I decided to work abroad, pwede pa rin po bang siyang i-apply sa work, or talagang dito lang siya pwede sa Philippines? Okay, that's a very good question na Miss Gumanot. So, actually, we have here, na ito pa yung isa sa significant addition of the Republic Act 11131 to the criminology profession. Yung tinatawag nating reciprocity of the practice of criminology. Okay? So let's look into Article 4, no, of Republic Act 11131, no, practice of criminology, specifically Section 29. So meron tayo dito yung tinatawag nating foreign reciprocity, wherein it requires or it mandates that no foreigner shall be allowed to practice criminology profession here in our country if he is not a holder of the license, no, issued by the PRC. But of course, no, ito yung addition nga dito. Kasi yung question mo is going other way around, parang kumbaga, I am a criminologist here in our country. If I work abroad, no, Can I still use my eligibility, no, to have a job, no, abroad? So the first thing is that dapat meron tayong treaty with regards to reciprocity. Ibig sabihin, dapat may meron tayong treaty on that country. Like for example, we wanted to have a treaty with Singapore, to have a treaty with the country, no? So as for example, Singapore, let's say for example, Singapore has a bachelor's of criminology program, no? Wherein they are offering also the same course. Kasi sabi nga natin, BS Criminology is not only limited here in our country. Other countries also are having this Bachelor of Science in Criminology program. Ngayon, we need to enter into a certain treaty wherein we would allow a reciprocity in the practice of the profession. Okay? So, if we would allow Singapore criminologists, mga criminologists from the country Singapore to come here in our country and practice being a criminologist here, no, to engage in a profession relative to criminology profession, no, dito sa bansa natin, we are also allowed to practice our profession in that country. So, we need to have a treaty first before we can do so. It doesn't mean that if you're a licensed, kasi lahat naman ng profession actually na ganun, ang siste kasi niyan, for example, I'm a doctor here in our country and I wanted to practice my profession in other countries. If they don't have the treaties, they still need to undergo or to take the licensure examination doon mismo sa country na yan, wherein they need to practice their profession, being a doctor, no? So the same thing also with criminologists. Kapag wala tayong treaty of reciprocity with regards to criminology practice into that country, then you cannot apply or you cannot use your profession as an eligibility, no? Kung licensed criminologist ka sa Pilipinas, pagpunta mo sa ibang bansa, you are not yet a licensed criminologist unless you comply with their own rules there, no? So before we can apply, no, our profession, let us make sure first that we have a treaty with that country, that we can be able to practice our profession and they can also do the same in our country. So, ito yung maganda dyan, no? Ito yung magandang provision of Republic Act 11131 kasi nga, it gives more chances for us as registered criminologists to go global, no, with regards to our practice. Kasi we should not be hampered only in serving into the tri-bureau, no, but we should try to seek also possibilities that we could practice our profession there in other countries. So imagine that, let's say for example, kahit mga security matters lamang, security consultants and so on, security services, but still, no, napaka-lucrative ng profession na yan in other countries. So imagine if we can use our eligibility here as licensed criminologists, no, to that country, to a foreign country, then that would be much better for the profession kasi we are already going global. No? We are no longer limited in the practice of our profession in our country alone. No? So, yeah. Now, that's one of the benefits that we can actually see. We can actually consider under Republic Act 11131. No? So, I hope it does answer the question of Miss Grilly May, with regards to the scope. Okay? So with regards naman dito sa ating country, I think hindi lang naman sa Tri-Bureau limited ang practice of criminology profession. You can actually apply in many other jobs aside from the Tri-Bureau. No? I think we made mention naman doon sa discussion natin under Republic Act 11131, what are the other professions that a licensed criminologist could apply into. No? So, nandun yan, guys. Okay? Next question is coming from Miss Rosa A. Aguinaw. No? Ask ko lang, sir, may violation po ba yung hindi nakapasa sa board examination pero nakakuha ng trabaho as police? No? Nasa kapit po kasi. Okay. So, keeping kapit system aside, what if nakapasok siya sa PNP without passing his board examination for criminology? So, as I've stated, there are other ways para makapasok. So, doon sa unang tanong kanina, di ba sabi natin, kung hindi mo na ipasa ang board examination mo, pwede ka pa namang mag-take ng other examination to have an eligibility like, for example, NAPOLCOM and Civil Service. Ang mahirap nito is kapag talagang wala kang eligibility pero nakapag-apply ka, nakapasok ka sa PNP. Yan. Diyan ka may kaso. Could be falsification of public document kasi license is a public document, no? Then that would really be a serious case, no? Actually, I remember one of the story of my professor before that there was one, no, that actually entered into the police service na kung saan yung kanyang eligibility is galing recto, no, pinagawa sa recto, no, kaya nilang gawin yung mga fake licenses, fake registration, and so on. So yung eligibility niya, which is a licensed criminology, is peke. Pero hindi siya na-screen out, kumbaga nakapasok pa rin siya sa organization. Later on, no, nag-try ulit siya mag-take ng board examination, naipasa niya. Naipasa niya na sa wakas. So sa sobrang tuwa niya, no, sinubmit niya ngayon yung original document niya kung saan talagang passer na siya, no, hindi na siya peke na criminologist, talagang nakapasa na siya at his own effort. However, no, nung sinubmit niya yung kanyang mga documents, syempre magtataka ang Human Resource Section ng PNP. Bakit dalawa yung sinasubmit niyang portraiting, license, bakit ito, bago pa yung kanyang registration ng kanyang license and so on, bagong pasa pa lang siya, kumbaga, paano siya nakapasok sa PNP? So they reviewed the case, they compared the documents submitted when she was still applying, no, to the document that he is submitting now. They noticed, no, they found out that the first one was actually fake, no? So peke pala yung una, nagkakaso siya. That's the new registration ngayon. Siguro hindi na nila ako questioning kasi talagang license na. But the fact is that nung nag-a-apply pa lang siya, meron tayong tinatawag na panloloko, no? There is a falsification that was committed. So he was dismissed from the service and she was sinampahan pa siya ng kaso. So don't do that, don't do that. If you know something who does that, you can report that, no, to the PNP organization for them to conduct investigation on that matter. But don't ever do that, no, for the sake of applying or entering the PNP organization. No, if you don't have the eligibility, then huwag ka munang magpilit, no, na mag-apply dyan. Kailangan mo muna kasing magkaroon ng eligibility bago ka mag-apply dyan, no? So may kaso yan, may kaso yan, Miss Rosa. Okay, next is a question coming from Kaiser B. Afalia, no? Sabi niya dito, sir, ask ko lang po about sa refresher course, how many months? Ayan, so we had a lot of discussion with regards to refresher course. Siguro talagang you are very much interested with regards to refresher course. Pero sabi ko nga, siguro ang first refresher course will still be offered in the year 2024 pa, na? Kasi nga, given the chance na ito, basta hindi discuss natin kanina. So, we can, we had talked about a lot of that already on the refresher course. Miss Kaiser. Okay? Mr. Kaiser. Okay, last question. Ito na yung last, no? Coming from Eloisa, C. Tenenan. Okay? Sir, you mentioned that there are other jobs for criminology graduate besides being a police officer. That's true, no? And yes, it's true that most people thought that if you are a graduate from criminology, you can already be a police officer. Again, that's true. I heard some people and some of my relatives say it's about becoming a police officer. Sad to say that's really the reality with regards to our profession. When you are enrolling basic criminology, everyone thought that you wanted to become a police officer. Me myself, honestly, I should have quitted, as early as siguro mga first year pa lang ako when I realized that I don't really want to join the law enforcement profession, But I did not quit because I see another profession, I mean another job or opportunities for criminologists, and that is where am I right now, So I fell in love with the teaching profession, specifically criminology, kasi interesting naman yung mga topic like, for example, criminal psychology, criminal sociology, and things like that. So I fell in love with teaching, becoming an instructor. So I'm looking at myself already as early as second year, third year, fourth year. Second year pa lang ako, alam ko na kung saan ako pupunta, which is academe. So I still pursued with my dream. I still pursued with my course, despite not having that passion to enter into the law enforcement profession, because I was looking to become an academician. So I still pursued with it. No, I'm happy with my choice actually. No, but then again, the sad reality with regards to that is that most of the people does not know, no, about the criminology profession much. That they only know that when you entered or when you enrolled as criminologist, you are intending or you are aiming to become a police officer, which the majority actually is ano naman, yun talaga yung gusto nila, no? Yun talaga yung gusto nila. Pero there are those individual like me, no, or like you also, Miss Eloisa, no, that have another way of looking into the criminology profession. Kasi criminology, as we have stated, is defined as, you know, a field that study crime and the circumstances behind it. It's not really focused on law enforcement. Just so happen that majority of the graduates or licensed criminologists go into the law enforcement profession. But it does not mean that that is the only job that you can take when you are a licensed criminologist. No? Now, your question is, I just open up with regards to that, kasi I'm a victim also of the labeling. The labeling, the community labeling, when you're a criminology graduate, you are a police officer, or you wanted to become a police officer. Until now, I'm still bombarded with those expectations that why meron talagang magandang misconception on the profession. It's really hard to deal with it. It's really hard to explain it to common people. But I think every one of us, no, especially, should have the responsibility really to explain this. No, kasi sila, they don't really know what's this profession is all about. And I do hope that you know, everyone in this profession knows a lot of things about that. No, dapat talaga alam nila that criminology is not about becoming a law enforcer. No, it's about the profession. It just so happened that the most abundant opportunity are coming from the law enforcement field, but that's not all. No, that's not all. So with regards to your question, is it possible to become a lawyer? Now, after I finish criminology, I want to pursue being a lawyer because I really can't see myself being a police officer. And I think I will not like it. Okay. Yes, no? As I've stated, criminology is many things, no, and not only focus on law enforcement. So with regards to your question, if you can pursue law, because Bachelor of Laws, no? Yes, you can, no? Kasi actually one of the requirement for taking a Bachelor's of Law, no, is to have a pre-law course, no? Yun required talaga yun, ano? Like you need to finish first a 4-year course that has something to do with social science, economics, logics, and so on. So marami actually. So kailangan mo munang magtapos ng isang baccalaureate degree before you can enroll Bachelor of Laws. And I think criminology is one of the best, no, pre-law courses that you can have, aside from political science and so on. So maganda actually ang criminology, ano? Some of students and friends that I know that enrolled Bachelors of Law, no, only realize that meron lang kulang sa profession natin, especially doon sa English, no. I mean, kasi ang units yatang required for English, kasi before sa amin kasi we only have English 1 and 2, no, dapat meron pa yung English 3 kasi yun yung hinahanap din pag ina-evaluate nila. I think that depends upon the school naman kung saan ka mag-enroll. Pero yes, you can. No, I've seen a lot of students, no. May mga estudyante na rin tayo na malapit na makapagtapos ng Bachelors of Law, and I'm very proud that they push through with it kasi me myself, no, kung I still have a lot of siguro resources, I would take it, no. But then, no, if that's what you wish, it's really in line with this kasi especially if you want to become a criminal law lawyer, no, then definitely you are in a good course right now, no. Just don't look or focus on this profession as a profession that focuses on law enforcement and so on. Now, focus on the good side. Like for example, you have a lot of law subjects, no. maganda yun, no? You have background in criminal law, you have background on special laws, you have background on court mock trials, no? Criminal procedures and the likes, no? So marami tayong mga law-related subjects. That is one of the advantage of taking up BS Criminology as your pre-law course, no? Before you can enroll the bachelors of law. Yeah. So, yeah. So if you don't want, no, if you don't want to become a law enforcer, no, I think siguro we are at the minority of that, no. Hindi naman sa no choice or whatsoever, but it's really I think it's really a choice, no, whether you wanted to join the police force, the tri-bureau, or so on. Minsan kasi yung misconception. Ito pa, for myself, since after graduating, no, I took the board examination, I passed the board examination, this is my first professional job teaching. Ito na yung unang trabaho ko teaching, and until now, it's been 6 years or 7 years since I graduated. I'm still here, no. So this was my first professional job. No, I'm still happy with it. I'm still being bombarded with a lot of questions that why not enter the police force or whatsoever. It depends upon the passion kasi guys. Yan yung dapat maintindihan ng karamihan, that not all criminology students are really aiming to become a police officer. So that's sometimes I appeal to my co-instructors, the way how we treat our students, no, kasi this is what I noticed, no. I've been in this profession for too long, no. This is what I noticed, that majority of the people I encounter really treats their students as militaristic as possible, no. So if we continue with this, we really are branding our students to become, no. We are already assuming that our students are wants to enter the police force, the tri-bureau, and so on. That's why we apply militaristic. Actually, the militaristic style of discipline can be taught during the training. Can be taught during the training. What is lacking is that the way that the students should think about their profession. They're forgetting already about the importance of studying crime. Why to study crime? No, what's the significance of studying crime to the community and so on? Because they are so focused already on physical fitness, militaristic discipline, and so on. So that's wrong. No? I really do appeal, no, sa mga kapwa ko academians that we should let go of that thing, no, kasi criminology profession is not only for the law enforcement profession, no. Before we could go into that, we should try to first focus on what really is the profession all about, no. Imagine we have how many divisions. We have correctional administration, that's not focused on law enforcement. We have criminal sociology, that's not focused on law enforcement. The only thing focused on law enforcement is law enforcement administration, the LEA, no? But then again, hindi siya focus on going to becoming a police officer. It focus on the different concept, on theories, on how could we better improve the law enforcement program that we have in our country and so on. So malabo, malabo. But better now that the board, the prime mover of the betterment of the criminology profession is looking for ways, no, para nang sa ganun is ma-improve nila yung profession natin, para magkaroon na kumbaga ng direction. Ang direction kasi ng criminology profession as of today, no, hanggang ngayon is really PNP, then true na, no. Wala kumbaga on the field, like for example sa field namin on the academe, no, wala. So ayan, no, I believe, Sir Sian Bungayon, no, because he was really a close friend of mine, and we have the same thoughts with regards to this. We often talk about this a lot, no, have the same sentiments also with regards to the profession, he can relate to what we are talking about right now, and for those who are really eyeing to become a law enforcer, no, there's no let us kumbaga is uh, no hurt feelings, no, talagang ganun lang yun. I do respect naman talagang majority of you, majority kasi sabi ko nga we are part of the minority. Majority of the criminology students, criminology professionals are really into the law enforcement field. But for us, under the minority, kumbaga, of this profession, are actually pushing through this also. And I think you can help also since you are part of the majority to educate, no? To educate the community with regards to this. We are trying, me myself, really trying to educate the community with regards to this matter, no? Pero wala nga no? Talagang kumbaga napakalawak na ng impluwensya ng labeling natin with regards to the profession that we have, no? So ayun, no, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, no. That's a long discussion for this matter. I do hope I was able to answer all the questions that was asked in the discussion that we have. Now, if there are further discussion or further question with regards to the matters that we discussed, no, you can ask again dito sa comment section pag na-upload na natin yung video ito, no? So, yun guys, no, before the end of this lecture, this is the end kasi this is the last video that I will upload this year, no? That we will see you again in year 2022, and I do hope, no, that in year 2022 we will be as prosperous as we are in 2021, no? So, thank you guys for your continued support for this channel, and I do hope dumami pa nga tayo, no? Share the good news. Keep on sharing or liking or subscribing into our channel, no? Yan guys, no. My aim is really to impart, no, to impart also what I know about this profession and what I feel, my sentiments with regards to this profession, I'm really happy, conversing with you, even if it's not really face to face, but at least we have some interaction. Like you ask question, I throw an answer also for that. No, I'm very glad. No, don't hesitate to ask question. Kasi basta may oras ako, guys, I give the chance or time naman to respond to such comments and so on. Yeah. So, yan guys, parting words. Thank you very much for everything this 2021. Keep safe, no, and stay blessed always. That's it for today. See you guys. See you guys next year, no, in year 2022 in our first upload. Okay? So, Happy New Year in advance. That's it guys for today. God bless. Stay safe. Bye-bye.